Stealing government secrets? Negotiating with Mr. McGilded?
That's right, you put some respect on my name.
Yes, you. I said that because Taisa was just going to censor me anyway. As God is my...
This doesn't look good, Bruno.
Why not? Why not?
Well...
Bruno! Bruno, please! You were there!
Ready, men? All for one now.
Sir!
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 We're bad at this. Oh,
We're immensely uncoordinated.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 5th case of the Greatest Attorney. If you can hear the music right now, Mr. Herlock Sholm has made an appearance as the bailiff, which I accidentally skipped over because, you know, it's very hard to tab out of this thing without accidentally clicking on this, apparently, even though what I was clicking was nowhere near the screen. So, hello.
Order! Order! Order!
What business do you have here, detective? Last I heard, you were recuperating in hospital.
I still love Grace's face.
Not gonna send my fish and chips, they're mine.
As well as I would be, had I not been set upon an errand.
What errand?
Hurley, it's really you! You're awake at last!
Yes, the power-up Digimon Survivor leasing revived me. Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Now, my lord, you will humor me.
What manners, sir?
I have something of great importance I wish to give to the young lawyer over there. I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind as to spare us the time?
What do you say to this, Lord Van Zeeks?
This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already.
Exactly! Haven't spent so long already, we don't want to go and waste any more precious time!
As I was saying, having spent so long already, it would seem churlish to deny the defense a mere 5 minutes.
Thanks, Baroque.
They don't teach you to put words in my mouth.
I put fish and chips in them! Wait, no, never mind.
Oh yes, please, go ahead.
Never
I'm
mind!
hungry. We've been here for hours, please.
No, never
I
mind.
like this guy already.
Very well then, counsel. You have 5 minutes. I don't know if they're 5 freeze minutes or 5 regular minutes, so have
Sir?
fun.
My dear fellow, I apologize for my tardy arrival.
I'm sorry, did the 5 minutes not start until you changed clothing, or were those the 5 minutes?
It's a costume. It's like it's like in the Yakuza game. He just threw them off. Easy.
Oh my god.
Mr. Sholmes, are you all right now?
All right, I'm all wrong.
Sorry?
I've only just managed to summon the strength to stand, man. The judge for 5 minutes. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Pray forgive me should I pass out.
Maybe you should stop moving so dramatically and you'll be, you know. Let's make this discussion as short as possible.
Hurley, this place is full of idiots!
Damn, Iris, you're right!
She's
Ace
been...
Attorney in a nutshell.
None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis!
Ah well, that concoction of mine was really just a bit of sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community. An oversight on my part.
Honestly, you probably just forgot. Got distracted by something else. Right. Modesty? Surely not.
No, laziness.
But enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow.
Oh.
What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping.
A leaving present from Miss Susato.
From Miss Susato.
If possible, matters were to be settled without giving me... No, I messed up reading that. If possible, matters were to be settled without me giving you this. Those were her instructions when she asked me to do her this favor.
I don't understand.
Miss Susato foresaw today's events, I believe. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhand. And that you, Mr. Naruhodo, fighting fairly as you were to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. At that very moment of crisis, you were to be given this small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions.
A leaving present from Susato-san. Whatever could it be? What is this?
Oh! It's the machine I made!
Cat.
Meow.
Look, I use this! It's my latest invention!
What is that?
I call it the cat flomat. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Wuggy in seconds.
Or...
What's Susie up to?
Miss Susato muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant.
What? Didn't she say something like that? You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
That's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
Whatever did she mean by that, Mr. Sholmes?
That night, when you left Windy Banks in pursuit of the thieves, Miss Susato made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, my dear fellow.
Not at all cryptic then. Susato-san used his cat flomat that night, but why?
Okay, well, that's the last thing I expected to show up, but okay. I want to point out, between this video and the last one, Herlock showing up at the right time was kind of clever because he showed up with the blood report that was going to incriminate Gina, but then revealed himself. Oh, hey, by the way, so I thought that was kind of neat that the game did that.
Yeah.
Basically, he showed up delivering the worst possible thing, but then it being the best possible thing.
Uh-huh.
Cat Flapomat, a compact machine for the rapid creation of small flaps and larger doors to allow cats to come and go freely.
Have we put the pieces together to what exactly happened?
I guess, but it makes me confused now.
Your 5 minutes is over.
Wait, so I have to spell it out for the group? We're out of time already? Has Lewis figured it out?
I'm just here for the ride.
My brain is dead.
The cat flapomat doesn't just make a cat...
Don't tell me. I'm enjoying myself.
Okay.
I'm grateful to you for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper.
I need no thanks, Detective. After all, die is cast.
Is it really?
The jurors are unanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. But any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile.
I wonder. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What is your plan?
The rest is down to me? I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end. Badly. My lord, the defense request. A summation examination, further correct examination, or time to think. We have a choice.
Oh, I didn't expect to get...
That's exactly...
I was too busy thinking about something else, and then it's like, oh...
This is exactly why I
Alright,
was like...
now I'm gonna think about it.
That's why I was like, you kind of need to... Did you work out an idea of why we need the cat flapomat now?
Well,
I
I mean-
get the idea behind it because the peephole is basically the same shape. But my problem being is the peephole was already there, was it not?
That's the question. Was it there?
Do we have pictures?
We have...
Pull up the evidence.
Like, Susato literally gave you a hint. Why would she claim that she's a failure judicial assistant?
Oh, so she made the peephole.
So this is before. We have this picture.
Okay.
And then we
now
have...
what's the picture from the shelves?
Is this the one when they're already in the back? Hold on, I'm trying to find the photos.
Oh!
Yeah! You see
I
it?
can barely see it, but...
You can see an outline here of a peephole. This is 1:30. So this is earlier at night. This was around 1, and there's nothing there. So how does Graydon know?
Good point.
Because
Okay.
because if Graydon claims he was there right when it happened, the peephole wasn't there yet.
Nope.
The peephole shows up when we arrived at the scene, obviously, because...
Susato made it.
Yes. So
Oh,
now...
and she made it because the door was locked so you couldn't see inside. Okay, that makes sense as to why she made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As for what you do here, though, I don't know.
We cross-examine and basically just present the evidence to Graydon. Like, there's no point in present... Who is honking out there?
I can kind of hear it, just a little bit.
It's the unhonk and we're this trying to be over.
Oh my god, our car's gonna run into the court! Like, I feel like... Oh my god.
Continue.
I will cross-examine him and present evidence.
That sounds like a possible thing. Yes, there is no penalty that I can see right here. So if we pick the wrong thing anyway, I think we'll just loop back around, or the dialogue will just change. Like, oh, okay, then we'll just do this or something.
Okay.
I don't see a penalty here, so further cross-examination.
Objection!
Also, remember, we cut the cross-examination early. It's on hold right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The jurors have spoken. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness now.
Objection!
The defense is not asking for the cross-examination of a new witness, rather to continue with one of an existing witness.
What?
Yeah, the other one.
It would appear that a rather important detail has escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. My lord, requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination.
Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended.
Thank you, dog.
I presume you have no objection, counsel?
No, my lord.
So nobody can say anything then. If Runa asked to resume his cross-examination of Mr. Graydon,
The court is obliged to allow it.
This is absurd.
Well, I did say temporarily, and I felt like I spelled it out pretty clear. I would remind those present that this is my courtroom. I concur the defense is entirely within its right to request the continuation of the cross-examination. However, I will not permit an unremitting protraction of these proceedings. Therefore, I've decided to afford the defense one final opportunity in concluding the cross-examination. Counsel, you must choose but one statement from the witness's testimony, and but one piece of evidence to present it in support of your argument against it.
A single chance to present evidence.
If, following that, the situation remains unchanged, I should move to adjudication. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press the witness any further.
Lewis?
My lord.
I appreciate
Is there-
it,
is-
Mr. Reaper.
Is there more honkings going on?
You want the long version or the short version?
Short.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, my
That
lord.
was quite short.
A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Most generous.
Thank you.
Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's high time I fell in a dead faint.
That time you what now?
I leave this in your capable hands.
That sure was a feint there.
Mr. Sholmes!
Please,
Oh my God.
someone carry me out.
No, I'm busy eating my fish and chips.
Rubble.
Rubble? Rubble?
Is the famous detective all right?
Stand so insolently before the court in a state of such high fever. Either the man has extraordinary strength of mind, or an extraordinary lack of feeling.
I
think
had
it's
a
both,
lot of
to be honest.
painkillers.
I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers.
Strike a man when he's down, why don't you?
Well then, counsel, are you fully prepared?
Sure. Yes. One statement. One piece of evidence. I won't let Mr. Sholmes down. Or Iris.
Or Susato.
And I won't waste this final chance that Susato-san has given me. He's getting there. He's getting there. This is going to decide the entire outcome of the trial.
Very well then. Under the terms I have outlined, you may resume the cross-examination.
So we find the statement that talks about the peephole, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
And
at this point,
just
it's,
present it.
it's,
This
it's
is
spelled out so easily. It's just like, okay, find the thing.
ooh.
Ooh.
Just gotta find it now. There.
There.
Right. Oh, why did I? God, sorry.
Objection!
My life today. That's not even close to the present button. Is the saddest thing. The button I pushed.
Indeed,
Oh!
just desserts, counsel, just desserts. I told you what to do
cool.
and you didn't do it.
I'm sorry. Whoa, you know what this makes me feel like? It's Bar Karma all over again. I should have let that statement go, but I thought it was gonna be the same. But then I realized, oh right, we're stuck in a thing where we can only do one thing. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's E, not Q. Me, I don't know why I did that. Okay, anyway, where is it? Here we go.
Objection!
Sorry, my bad, everybody.
Alright. What on earth is this eccentric contraption, counsel?
Oh, it's my cat Flapple-mat, my lord. It makes a way for cats to get in and out of the room. It can cut through any door you can think of and make a new little door in the middle of it.
That's right, my lord. It's a device for creating so-called cat flaps. Small doors for cats to come and go as they please without their owners having to open the...
I'm sure we can all work that out for ourselves. Maybe.
No, I was still following along. I'd like to hear more about this.
But that cat lover's contrivance has no possible relevance to this case.
Oh, really?
Of course it doesn't. To start with, there was no cat flap at the pawnbroker's door.
But there was a peephole.
Not being a keeper of cats myself, I'm afraid I fail to see what this has to do with the matter at hand.
Perhaps it would help if I describe its function another way then. This contraption is able to create a peephole in any door you can imagine in practically no time at all.
I beg your pardon? A peephole, you say?
2 nights ago, we arrived at the scene only minutes after the murder of Mr. Winnybake had taken place.
That's right. According to the paperwork at the yard, it was you, your Japanese assistant, and Shrooms.
Yes, the 3 of us were together, and it's recently come to my attention that my assistant made use of this device at the time.
Your assistant did what?
There was a peephole in the storeroom door. I can attest to that. Because I looked through the peephole myself in order to see inside the locked storeroom.
This is ludicrous. What are you trying to say? Of course there was a peephole in the door. I said as much in my testimony. How else could I have witnessed the crime, for pity's sake?
Yes, how could you?
What?
So, kindly say what you mean. We've established I'm 50, I'm getting old.
Alright, it's time. Time to strike the final blow. What I mean is this, my lord. My assistant made the peephole in the storeroom door, and until such time as she did, the door had no hole in it to look through.
What? No!
Damaged!
Objection!
And some damage.
This is a farce! Are you really suggesting that the peephole in the door was...
Uh-huh. Yes, it was created only after the incident had taken place, by my judicial assistant using this device.
Your assistant tampered with the crime scene, wasn't fully aware of the gravity of her actions. This is the most serious act of vandalism.
Look, we'll worry about
wonder
that
she
later,
fled.
okay? Sorry, say that again? Say that
No, I
again?
was saying like no. I was saying like no wonder she fled.
That's mean!
But I mean, in the scale of things right here,
And catch me, I'm on a boat.
Vandalism is on the lowest of the chain here. Perjury's above vandalism. That's more important. And we're always dealing with murder, so unfortunately, vandalism that just gets a pass in Ace Attorney.
Vandalism's a 20. You just pay $20. You're good.
For which I humbly apologize, my lord. It was in the few minutes that I left the scene in order to pursue the Skulkin brothers and alert the police. Nevertheless, in the light of this new information, it becomes apparent that Mr. Graydon's testimony is riddled with holes.
Like the ones Susato made. Riddled with, explain yourself, counsel, I can't follow.
The majority of Mr. Graydon's testimony that appears to incriminate the defendant is based upon what he witnessed through the peephole in the storeroom door.
Yes, that filthy girl shooting the man in the back.
However, if at the time of the incident, that peephole did not yet exist in the door, there's no possible way that you could have seen what you claim to have seen. In short, your entire testimony is a pack of lies.
And we just established that that's more intense over vandalism. Order! 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 Is there really any credence in this revelation?
Objection!
Assume not, because you just objected.
None whatsoever, as my learned friend must surely realize.
Exactly. This is just some cheap trick designed to discredit me.
I'm afraid not, sir.
Of course it is. Do you seriously expect people to believe that plaything can cut through a solid wooden door?
Oh yes, I designed it to be very powerful. It can cut through even the toughest of doors.
That's absurd. I don't believe it for a second.
Haha, I had a feeling you'd say that.
What?
What? time for dinner.
We just made a door in the courtroom. Hi, kitty.
Yo.
Well,
To that I say,
Lady, this is the Old Bailey. One does not make a cat flaps in the oak paneling of the Old Bailey.
I just did.
Well, shit, you got me there.
I'm not done yet, don't worry. This doesn't mean that the people in the storeroom at Windybanks was made by your machine. And there's no way you can prove that it was.
No? But it's easy.
I don't like
Hey,
that laugh.
stereoscopic guy. Would you like to look at
What?
these prints again?
Stereoscope dude is about to ruin this man's whole career.
The cat flaps my cat flapper crates are all of a fixed size. And the dimensions of the peapod Windybanks are an exact match.
This man is being destroyed by a 13-year-old.
Whose sassy lost child is this?
Old
Iris
Silky's
is
lost for words.
Okay, a 10-year-old, even better. Excellent work, Iris. Thank you.
Also, we have photos, but you know, whatever.
I think we're about to get to that.
And now it's my learned student friend's turn to be lost for words, I feel. I believe your judicial assistant has already left the country for your Eastern Island home.
Well, yes, that's true.
And you may have some difficulty in establishing all of the facts. For the sake of argument, let us assume the peephole has dimensions that are a perfect fit for this contraption. In that case, when was the peephole cut? The prosecution demands proof of your answer.
Sometime between 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m.
What is the purpose of your line of inquiry, Lord Van Zeeks?
It's very simple, my lord. The defense argues that the peephole was created after the incident using this device. But now that the perpetrator has returned to her native land, she cannot testify to the fact. There is no proof.
Sir, I'm about to do it, but if you just give me a moment.
About
You
to
know.
destroy this man's whole career.
He'll be fine.
And for as long as the defense remains unable to prove when the peephole was made, my learned friend's claim amounts to nothing more than a baseless accusation.
What?
Dude, chill out. We can prove it. It's fine.
Indeed, that is so, Lord Van Zeeks. Well, Counsel?
Ryunosuke, come on. We can prove it. Come on!
Don't give up now, Runo. This is the time to create your own opening and force your way through.
I don't know if I can do this, but I do know one thing. Susato-san is the greatest judicial assistant in the world. Bless.
Very well. The Counsel for the Defense will present evidence to support the claim made. Proof that the peephole in the door of Windybank's storeroom was created after the event and not before.
You know, I just thought something.
Huh?
So, so it occurs to me that probably the reason why Susato felt the need to cut a hole into that door is because, oh no, another locked room mystery. When was the last time she saw a locked room murder?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a possibility too. You're right. It was
This is like,
just it was just like a little a precaution.
Nah, F this. I'm go looking inside.
It's obviously one of these
people-
photos. I'm assuming I'm presenting the photo when there's no people.
That makes the most sense to me.
You mean that makes sense to you, right?
I said that makes the most sense to me.
Oh, I thought
okay.
you said that makes no sense. I got
heard-
confused.
yeah, most and no for some reason sounded the same. I don't know why.
Makes the no most sense.
What are you? A print from that detective's infernal cameras again?
My judicial assistant, Miss Sato Mikatoba, is an extremely intelligent and capable woman, which is why I never had any cause to doubt that she would have considered this scenario and made sure I had the necessary proof.
And the necessary proof is this photographic print, Counsel.
This print shows a scene in the shop moments after the defendant entered the premises.
Agreed. And it also shows the accused mercilessly wielding a gun in the direction of the defenseless broker.
Good for you, you're focusing on the wrong thing, sir. But more to the point. It pictures the storeroom door in the background.
Let me see that print again. I don't believe it. This really is quite remarkable. The door to the storeroom is completely devoid of a people of any description.
Mr. Graydon, you couldn't possibly have witnessed the crime as you claim to have done, because at the time it happened, there was no peephole in the door.
Yeah.
In other words, your testimony is a catalog of lies.
Upgrade from a pack to now being a catalog.
Right?
Yeah.
Quite the twirl,
Oh,
sir.
he gets right back up.
See, it's a catalog because that implies that it's more organized.
Order! Order! Order. I am satisfied that the defense has submitted this claim beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness's testimony was entirely fallacious.
So the only thing we know now beyond all reasonable doubt. My learned friend's assistant's guilt can no longer be denied. The woman tampered with a crime scene.
Great! That's not important right now, sir.
Thanks for that.
But more importantly,
Good lord, there's more Lord of the Antiques?
the defense may have established a reprehensible instance of perjury. But that is no proof that this man is the victim's killer.
Yes, that's right.
What?
I was there at the scene, it's true. And I was shot in the arm, it's true. But that's all. Yes, in fact, if you look at the circumstances, I am the victim here.
Watch out, bro. He's got a skunk.
Oh, please. No! Oh, I don't believe this. But they're right. As it stands now, I don't have any definitive proof that he is the culprit. So who's worse? Varn Karma or Graydon?
They're both the same. They both have stupid ascots that they shouldn't have, and they're both jackasses.
Still, he can't worm his way out of it now.
Iris?
You know what they say? There's no point locking the cat's door after the cat has bolted.
The what now?
Isn't
What?
that right, Bruno?
Who says that?
What?
As Hurley always says, one lie begets another. No, wait, that might have been a line I wrote for him in one of my stories.
Well, no matter who said it first, you're right. Mr. Graydon, not only did you give false testimony to the court, but the lies you told make no sense.
Make no sense. What do you mean by such a remark?
What you said in your testimony reveals that you know something you shouldn't have known. In other words, there's a fundamental inconsistency in your statements.
What?
Objection! This is provocative talk, counsel. Won't you enlighten the court? Explain this alleged inconsistency.
Iris was right. One lie begets another. The inconsistency is revealed by the lies in the witnesses' statements. They show that Mr. Graydon had knowledge of something he shouldn't have known anything about, namely, their gun, peephole, the bloodstains on the coat.
Well, clearly not the peephole. I don't actually know if it's the third gun or the bloodstains on the coat.
Oh, it would be the bloodstains on the coat because he wouldn't have seen the incident then because we established he couldn't see the people.
You right.
That would prove...
What?
If he knew that there was blood on that coat from before then that would prove that it wasn't Windy Bank's blood.
Exactly.
So I guess the bloodstains.
The bloodstains that were present on Miss Lestrade's coat.
That's right. The victim's blood splattered all over her when she shot him.
But how could you possibly have known that?
Obviously, because I saw her do it through the peephole in the...
Yeah, sir. About that. We just, yeah. That doesn't work.
God, yesing, damn it.
Literally watching him just render in real time why that's impossible.
The point is not that you lied in your testimony, Mr. Graydon. It's the nature of the lie you concocted that is so revealing.
You're not making any sense.
Neither are you.
Then let me ask you a simple question. How is it, Mr. Graydon, that you knew of the existence of the people in the storeroom door?
What? Well, obviously, I...
Yeah, actually, that's another good point. He wasn't there. He already fled.
Yep.
Has the cat got your tongue, witness?
No, just the cat flap.
Even the judge wants to be funny. The people in the door was made after the incident occurred. And once I returned to the shop, having failed to catch the two burglars, Scotland Yard's investigators arrived immediately. Since that time, the police have been at Windybanks constantly, carrying out their investigation. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson?
Well, yes, of course, The place is chock full of pawned articles and my lads have to thoroughly examine them all. So I gave them the order to have the officers working around the clock and the shifts so we get through it all.
And consequently, there's no way that you, Mr. Graydon, could have gained access to the shop. Therefore, you should have known nothing about the people in the storeroom door. So the fact that its existence forms the basis of your testimony is completely inexplicable.
Objection! And yet, the fact remains that Mr. Graydon did maintain that he witnessed the crime take place through the peephole in the door.
How on earth is this possible?
I think this is KV, maybe. Yeah, sure.
Oh. Could I have a word, please, Lord Van Zeeks?
Speak, Inspector.
It's just that I really ought to be getting back to the station now to put in my report.
Oh?
There's really nothing more I can do to add to this testimony, so if it's all the same to you.
What timing that you suddenly need to go, sir?
The mission denied.
Oh.
It's not all the same to me, Inspector. Not at all. You will remain exactly where you are until this trial concludes.
Of course, sir.
This sounds incriminating.
Mr. Graydon. You shouldn't have known about the existence of that peephole. Which can only mean that you must have been informed about it by somebody else.
Objection! Stop there, my learned friend. You realize, I trust, that the words you just uttered have extremely serious implications.
Yes, but the defense believes that the details about the case that Mr. Graydon claims to have seen must have been revealed to him by a certain person before his testimony. And in fact, considering a particular clue we have, there's really only one person that could be.
Oh. Who is the person in question, Counsel? Who gave this witness details of the crime scene to facilitate his false testimony?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not
Dracula.
Bruce. It's not Bruce Goodman.
It's not Wilson.
It's Gregson, isn't it?
But is it Dracula?
Is it
Well-
actually Gregson?
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna answer that because you know what? We're out of time. We'll figure that out in the next video. We'll see you all then. Gonna leave you hanging. I'm not gonna touch anything either.
I'm gonna just eat my fish and chips in place if it's all decided to yield.